for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And joining us a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Well, they may share a building, but there's no love lost between these two teams. Up next, the Los Angeles Clippers up against the Los Angeles Lakers. They came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
Yeah, guys, it was just their night. It seemed like they hit every shot they looked at.
Absolutely. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players eventually just infected everybody.
So the Clippers win the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 and Jamal Crawford make the backcourt. And it's Marion in at the small forward. And it's Paul penetrating, and that is good. Paul's got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers.
A good way to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Aminu. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Lets it fly from 18. That's good. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Memphis.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a three-point game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. No luck. Good D by Jordan. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Paul kicks to Marion. Poked away. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Lakers on D. Paul. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
In the corner, it's Crawford. Back to Paul. Clippers moving the ball around. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And the shot's good from Mr. Fundamentals.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with head coach of the Clippers for just a moment. We discussed their defensive strategy going up against Kobe Bryant. He said, well, he probably has the best footwork of any player in the game. You can't give him any room in his jump shot, but when he's got all those fakes, it's so tough. Guys, he said he knows Kobe is going to get his points. They just want to try to limit his efficiency out there. Guess we'll see how they do.
All right, Doris. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening. That's good from Mr. Fundamentals. Paul with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New York.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
Now here's Marion. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Marion. Marion's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers trail by 4. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Down low. Crawford's shot is good. Crawford's got his first points of the game.
Boy, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rebound by the Clippers. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. I mean, they just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost.
Inside, it's tipped. Here's Kobe. Cannot hit. The Clippers go the other way with it. Marion dishes to Paul. It's Crawford with the drive. Count the bucket. Crawford's got his second basket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Hill. And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into very serious foul trouble early.
Both teams making some changes here. Clippers leading by 5. To the left wing. And it's Paul penetrating. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That free throw, good. And the Lakers making a change here. He hits the second from the line. It could go, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
A very important call here to make. It hopefully is pretty clear cut here on the tape for the officials. But from where I sit, this is really hard to say one way or the other.
Yeah, no doubt, Clark. I mean, these are not necessarily always easy to tell just because you have the tape in front of you.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Mr. Fundamentals in at point guard. Davis is out there with Ryan Kelly. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Brown in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. T kicks to Scola. Pass to Jordan. And here is Barnes. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New York.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helps them too. You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jump shot too, so they're really doing a nice job offensively.
Paul's checked in for the Clippers. And there's the foul. It's on Mr. Fundamentals. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his 3rd.
Paul passes to Scola. Crawford drives in. Passes to Paul. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
There's the bucket. Good. And that's 11 points for Mr. Fundamentals. Clippers leading by 6. Paul outside. That's good.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Offensive rebound. Kelly dishes to Davis. Kelly passes to Mr. Fundamentals. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Lakers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the first one drops. And the Lakers making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Shawn Marion, he's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Mr. Fundamentals.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Scola left side. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
All right, that was your Laker girls.
And let's take this opportunity to show you the shooting guards with the highest percentage from the floor over the last month. Number 1, Kobe Bryant.
Now, he's not a wasteful player. I mean, that much we've learned. He makes the most of the good looks he gets. And if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
But you know what, Steve? It's not all about shot selection. Let's not overlook what an unbelievable shooter he is, period. I mean, he can knock them down from all over the court with defenders draped all over him.
Lakers trail by 10. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, and the rejection by Jordan.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area they just can't afford to get lazy with.
You know, I think the effort's been there, Steve, but they're still getting outworked just by a skosh.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Davis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them. That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals, guarded by Crawford. And Scola pulls it down.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Marion, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Marion's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession. I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Young with the steal. The tray. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Mr. Fundamentals. The Clippers have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. The feed to Scola. Right block shot, rebounded by Mr. Fundamentals. Lakers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Good. Mr. Fundamentals got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Lakers.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Hi, guys. Mr. Fundamentals in their last game against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He ended up with 59 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance. For him and for us, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.